Very crowded, lots of people, but everyone took great pride in their work, and to me it was like stepping back in time.
Michele, when you said the working conditions were unsafe, what did you mean by that?
Well, following the tsunami, many of the offices that I worked in had a lot of damage, a lot of mildew, mold. The accounting records were mostly manual, paper, and they were very mildewed. Wiring was exposed, hanging wires from the ceiling. Certainly things that in Canada we would not find at all acceptable.
Now, you mentioned the working conditions. What were some of the other challenges you faced working in Sri Lanka?
Well, of course, you know, there had been a tsunami a year or so before I first went there, and there's a war. There was war ongoing for the last 25 years, so I felt a particular need to be sensitive to everybody that I dealt with. Just about everybody I met was affected in some way by the tsunami or the war. They had lost family members or their homes, or their family members had fled, and so I felt a need to be sensitive to that. And traveling was not great. The roads were poor. There were, you know, still a lot of repair work needed, so it was pretty rough.
As you mentioned, they're just coming off a civil war in Sri Lanka. What was it like walking around with you know, people still wandering around with guns?
It was very different for me. It was scary at times. I would hear some shelling or bombing as we traveled in particular, or sometimes from an office. A lot of soldiers in the streets, a lot of stops where we would be searched when we traveled, a lot of checkpoints. We weren't allowed to take pictures when we were out in the street. They were very sensitive to that. Different world.
Michele, tell me, I mean, you went over there to do a specific job. In the end, did you get it done?
Oh, absolutely. My project was a huge success. We had a number of indicators of success from start to finish, and conditions were greatly improved. Their financial management processes were improved, and one person described it as a dream come true for them, for a finance person.
Must give you a good feeling to have made a difference in a place like Sri Lanka.
Oh, absolutely. I found it very moving and enlightening, and I would definitely do something like that again. And the people were so grateful to have the help, and it was very rewarding.
Well, Michele, thanks very much for joining us, and congratulations.
Thank you, Jonathan. You're welcome.